I have 2 Blackberries. It's pathetic, but it's me. We have a dog and a cat, Jake and Lulu. I am a big fan of peppermint stick ice cream, which is not very easy to find. My first real job was probably washing dishes, and I started working there kind of illegally, so it's good they're no longer in business. It was right before I turned 15, so I wasn't really old enough to work there. And then I was waitressing there, also illegally. You know, I was always interested in journalism and in telling stories, and I took a journalism class in high school, and we took a field trip to the Hartford Current, and I remember thinking how cool it was, and I loved the idea of telling stories, and I loved to write, but never necessarily thought I'd go into it. And in college, I was in the communications school, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and realized a lot of my good friends who were in the broadcast journalism program spent a good portion of their days running around Boston with a camera, and then they would go sit in the edit bay. And I loved that whole process, specifically the editing part. I loved putting together a story and being out there and talking to people. I mean, who doesn't want to be Linda Carter? I had the under-roos. So I guess I have to go with Wonder Woman. The one I always go back to is When Harry Met Sally.
Men and women can't be friends because the sex part always gets in the way.
I have really fond memories. My roommate from freshman year of college, my friend Marilyn, and I used to, curl up in the same bed and put it on and not answer our door.
That's not true. I have a number of men friends, and there is no sex involved.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You only think you do.
Marilyn and I just loved it, and so we would watch it constantly. One of my dad's things was always, he kind of put the fear of God in me. He would always say, you know, Ruthie, my family calls me Ruthie because my middle name is Ruth, you can tell me anything. All I ask is that you don't lie to me. And it really stuck with me because I never, ever wanted my dad to be disappointed in me, so I didn't lie to him. So throughout my life, I really have to think hard, even about a white lie, before I do that. And I think there's a good reason for it, because karma's not pleasant. My parents. My mom is the strongest woman I know. And I get choked up when I think about it because I lost my dad in May. And he had been sick for a really long time. And he never once complained, which makes him one of my heroes. He couldn't do a lot with my kids. My younger son is named after him. But he could watch movies, especially with my older son. And nothing brought him more joy than just to be able to have Weston be there and have Sawyer laying on him, just sleeping on his chest. My perfect day is pretty much every Sunday. Sunday mornings in our house, we wake up, sometimes with 2 sweet boys and a very large dog in our bed, and occasionally a cat. A day with no plans that I can just spend with my family doing nothing.